wrote down my dreams last night. I was hanging out at my childhood best friend's house, and there was a racetrack around the house. One of his older cousins was like dominating on his quad on the racetrack, and every time he'd finish the race, he'd come by me and we'd have a talk, like a little side chat, and then he'd leave inspired and get back on the quad and he'd race again, and every time he'd win the race, new development was going up on the property. And after race after race after race, houses were getting developed. And because houses were getting developed, the native people were all starting to leave. And they were getting drawn out, and there was all this new money coming in. And I remember looking at the new money, just being like, oh man, this is so wrong. But I couldn't help my friend not win a race. Like, that was the most important thing to me, was help my friend win a race. I didn't care about anything else. And every time he won, new development was going up. And I remember he won a big race. So he was about to start a race after he'd been winning a whole bunch. And I was moving a quad on the side. And I remember when I was moving a quad, I had the throttle going on a quad, and so I was spinning the quad around when they were trying to start a race. And so all of the fans, instead of looking at the race, they were all looking at me, and I couldn't get the gas to go off on this quad, so I was just letting this quad take me in donuts as I'm trying to park this quad. I remember thinking like, oh, they think I'm like trying to get attention from them. I'm just trying to turn off the gas. And then finally, the gas turned off and I woke up from my dream. It was such a vivid dream. And my dreams get more and more vivid every time I write them down in the morning. So if I wake up from a dream, before I even go to the bathroom or anything, I have my notebook right next to me and I write down what my dream was. This helps me remember them. And so if you want to remember your dreams, you just need to make a point of it to just write them down in the morning. And it's fascinating. I don't know if this means anything at all. I do not know. But one exercise that I do that helps with this is if I have a really difficult problem to solve, before I go to bed, I'll write down the question that can help solve that problem. And when I wake up in the morning, I'll write down my best possible answer. And subconsciously at night, we may dream about a creative way to solve that problem. So it's a really powerful way to work on problems, especially to roll things into the next day. There's this great quote. They say, focus on your opportunities, not your problems. The quote goes, focus on your biggest opportunities and not your biggest problems. And that makes a lot of sense. Focusing on big opportunities and not big problems, because a lot of the times problems get solved by new opportunities. Like if you have trouble sleeping, it might be because you're not taking the opportunity to work out during the day. It might be because you're not waking up early enough and looking at sunlight and getting your body into that circadian rhythm. So sometimes the problem of not being able to sleep can be solved by taking the opportunity to wake up earlier in the morning and get a little bit of sun.